Visit Norway, land of majestic fjords and mythical folklore figures, trolls, elves, climate leaders, as well as to ancient rituals like taco fredag and delicacies like crumb cake and the fuck? Hi, I'm from the government of Norway, the most environmentally superior country on earth. We drive more EVs than you, use more renewable energy than you. We're basically the Greta Thunberg of nations. If Greta owned ExxonMobil, Norway, we're just better than you. Fuck you. Now please rise for our national anthem. Sure, we're also a huge petro-state that exports more emissions per capita than almost anyone else. And we're aggressively investing in new oil and gas extraction, which means the net benefit of all those EVs we drive comes to approximately fuck all. But hey, at least we tax our fossil fuel exports, unlike these idiots who give them away for free. And we use our oil money to fund the world's largest sovereign wealth fund, our pride and joy, which we use to invest in more fossil fuel companies and even war criminals. Our PM says we can't stop funding a genocide. But don't worry, our oil fund sold half its investments in Israel, and we feel funding half a genocide is the right balance. Responsible investment. Such bold leadership is reflected in other areas, like not stopping these lice-infested farms from wiping out wild salmon and banning commercial whaling. Just kidding, we still subsidize that. Speaking of subsidizing bullshit, we just launched another carbon capture project to greenwash Equinor, which just got caught lying about how much carbon it's capturing and blew billions on failed oil and gas investments that made Norwegians poorer. Hello, I'm from Equinor, Norway's state-owned energy company. You might remember us from our greatest hits, like being told to piss off from the Great Australian Bight. Now we're being told to piss off from Rosebank, the UK's largest untapped oil field. Why? We even funded a nice computer game that promotes fossil fuels to British school kids. Cool and Equinormal. Okay, that's messed up. But how else do we stop kids from blockading our oil refineries? Unless we brainwash them early with Petroganda. Petroganda is Norway's official religion. It's what happens when a country relies too much on oil money and its head gets wedged so far up Equinor's ass, Thor couldn't dislodge it even if he tried. If he did, Norwegians would realize they don't need new oil and gas to stay rich, and that Europe doesn't need new oil and gas to replace Russian imports. And most importantly, Norwegians would realize this election is their chance to elect a government that's not wedged up Equinor's ass by voting for minor parties with not shit climate policies, instead of our shit light and unfiltered shit parties. So vote wisely, Norway, or we might end up exporting things the world actually needs, like Aurora. And the world is watching, because if Norway, one of the world's richest countries with strong democracy and labor laws, can't lead the world on climate, who can? Not these cunts, that's for sure. Visit Norway. Ha det bra, hast kuka. Authorised by the department for not finding this amusing, coming from Aussies who can't even tax their fucking gas companies.
control. The dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher leave their kids alone. Leave those kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
You like the... Oh!
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. 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 BOOMER. Please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur day. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Okie dokie, boomer.
Are we here? Are we here? We're really here.
We made it. Yay, we made it. We're here.
Yeah, we did. Absolutely. And Natalie, yes, I did used to dance, and I did cut a good rug, as they used to say back in my day, or beyond. Yeah, I love dancing.
I could see you doing the fever. I had the fever. I was 4 years old when Saturday Night Fever came out, and we took the motorhome to the drive-in to see it because, you know, you could hide a bunch of people in the back and only pay for 2 people, you know. And I remember they let me have the captain's chair. I sat right up front, and I was in love with John Travolta at 4 years old. Like,
oh, yeah, when he was strutting
so
down the street with gallons of paint in his hand, just, you could tell by the way. Yeah, that was, yeah, absolutely. I have to admit, I did some ballroom dance, too. That was a lot of fun. So, yeah, lots of fun. And before we shout out the chat, I'm going to take a liberty, and I hope you don't get mad at me, but we shout out everybody that has a birthday. At least everybody we know
We've
about.
missed a lot of birthdays in the last couple of months, and
have.
that's a lot of my fault that we haven't been live, and I'm sorry. We try to catch you online.
No, I this is a special birthday considering that Aram is such a good friend to not only to myself and our team, but Aram had a birthday this week, and we want everybody to wish Aram a happy birthday. He is a terrific guy, and happy birthday and many more. Many more.
You should have given me a head up so I could at least send him a message.
Yeah, I didn't find out till this morning, so I just, you know, again, I hope you don't get mad, but I figured it's okay since we are saying Aram, and many, many more. Many, many more. I want to shout out the chat really quick because we got
do it.
Really big show today. Natalie Williams, awesome to see you. Popeye the Sailor. Cam Schwari Kate is in the house, and look what Kate sent me today. Kate sent me a beautiful card, and
that's so pretty.
Yeah, and she wrote a nice 2-page, 3 pages actually, nice letter. Such an awesome thing, a treat today. I was just so happy, and she sent out stickers for Saving Stanley Park, which was great.
Oh, yay.
Thank you so much,
so
Kate.
Proud of you guys.
Thank you so much, Kate. That was so kind of you. So kind of you. You know,
I think Kate's out traveling right now.
Yeah, she is, and it was really nice. And I'll tell you, one of the big things about it was I've been very depressed lately, very, very depressed.
I know,
and it's everything that I'm dealing with, but my soul sister here, Shanda, has been dealing with, and that just cheered me up so much. So
glad. Our chat is so amazing. You know, every one of them has stepped up over the last week, you know, couple of weeks with what's been going on. The messages, the donations, the cards, the love. I can't believe we are here a year later, but you know what? They haven't laid off. They haven't backed off. I mean, they're still just carrying me just as high as they were a year ago. Oz.
Yeah, it's been an honor to, you know, try and bring this couple hours every Saturday night of insane sanity to everybody. And I hope we can continue doing it on and on and on. And I want to continue. Cold Fusion Gaming. Who is that guy? Lady Alex. Thank you for the note, Lady Alex. She sends me little texts now.
Lady Alex sends me amazing messages, too.
Yeah, and Jody Havel, same. Thank you, Jody. Very kind of you. And let me see, we've
Steve.
got the birthday boy in there chatting everybody up again. Happy birthday, Aram. Chris Alger, wonderful to
Hi,
see you, Chris. Good
Chris
to
is so
see you.
supportive, too.
And continue, Max Cananus. That's a new name. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Steve Wolfbrandt. Good to see you, Steve. Wolfie, how you doing? Deborah
Hey,
Grossbach.
Wolfie.
Wonderful to see you,
Hi,
too.
Deborah.
And let me see. I want to make sure I get Shane Piper is in the house. Mastermind Hour. Always good to see you guys.
Mastermind, props out for being 41 over at the Y-Files. I'm proud of you.
Wow, very good. Very good. And let me see who else we got in here. Anthony. Anthony's in the house. What's going on, Anthony? Great to see you. And let me see who else we have. Lady Alex says, howdy, Beauty and the Boomer. And let me see. I got some more in here. I'm just scrolling as fast as I can. Like I said, I'm a little bit slow on the draw. Fred Edward, Network Master Supreme, always sharing not only us, but all of our friends and family out. You're doing a great job. We appreciate it 1,000%.
Consistently for
yeah,
years.
that's great. Joan Badessa, good to see you, Joan. Good to see you. And let me see who we've got us in here. Grapentine is in the house, and I'm getting down to the bottom. And I think I'm down at the bottom. Crone of Heresy is in the house. Hey, Crone, what's going on? And let me see what Snorky. Good to see you, Snorky. Thanks for the emails. We have been responding to the emails, Snorky, and what you sent. I've looked at a couple of those already, and again, they're great.
Funny.
Keep them up. Keep them up. Always appreciate you thinking of us and sending those out. Shandy, you got some people to shout out?
I do. There's people hanging out over the trailer park. Let's see if it would scroll. Who's over here? Vic's over there. Hey, Vic. What's up? Good to see you. Jody's hanging out there, too. Jendo, what is up? Howdy. Nat's hanging out there, along with Wolfie and the Empyrean. Good to see you. And driving me, Macy. Let's see. Zoxo Voxo Vix is hanging out over at the Rumble, it looks like, with some other folks. And I think we got everybody caught up.
I think we do. I think you
we're
do.
good.
Absolutely. Let me see. Why don't we do a health update since we are getting ready to start the show?
Health update.
Yep. Health update.
Well, first of all, do you like it? This is my hair. This is my hair. A lot of people thought it was a wig. Like when I show up at the cancer center, they'd be like, oh my God, what a cute wig. I'm like, no, that's my hair. I decided, screw it. I was dyeing it. It's my hair. I'll do what I want. And I feel more like me. I look a little like Chef Anne Brule or whatever, the one that, but a lot of people think I look like Madonna and her, Who's That Girl? Era, and or maybe Marilyn, or maybe Jean Harlow, or
Jean Harlow,
Mae West. I don't know. Thank you, Lady Alex. I like it. It makes me feel more like me. Anyways, okay, health update. Last time I saw you guys, I think I just had a PET scan, and there was some stuff on there, but we couldn't really tell. So they sent me in for more scans, and bad news. I came back. I have 10 lesions on my liver and some big ones, a couple of really big ones. And of course, it's in the tops of my femurs, really bad, where your necks of your femurs go into your hips. So they were so bad that I was just dying in pain a couple of weeks ago. I would wake me up out of a dead sleep. Like, cancer pain is no fucking joke. It's the worst pain I've ever felt. All I could do was cry and pray. They say there's no atheists in foxholes. Well, I don't think there's very many atheists when you're in that kind of cancer pain either. And in my ribs, I got to a point where I felt like I had broken ribs. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get up. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't, the things you can't do when you have sore ribs. So they rushed me into radiation. So I just went through 15 zaps of radiation in 10 days. They did 3 different spots simultaneously. So they would literally like put me on the table, zap me, come back in, spin me around, zap me, come back in, readjust me, zap me on the other side. So they just went around zapping me in a bunch of different places, which hurt really bad when you first start. But I can already feel that it helped. The cancer pain has backed off a lot in my legs and in my ribs. And now we just got to wait for the bones to heal. So I met with Fred Hutch Cancer Center. I have a new oncologist there. Amazing. She's got a double doctorate from Stanford. And she immediately said, oh, yeah, the cancer is spreading. We need to get ahead of it. So they are putting me back on in chemo. I'm doing a double chemo with a much stronger medicine. I start Monday morning at 8:30, and I'll go every 21 days. I'm going to do 4 rounds till Christmas, kind of like I did last fall. But this time they're going to add a bunch of other stuff and like immunotherapies into it. Because once it gets mats to your bone and to your liver, the older patients, they basically just send them off to hospice. Like they give them palliative care, or, they just keep them comfortable and say, there's a lot we can do. Because normally the next step is just it going into your brain. My brain is clear right now. That's good. We have checked it and double checked it. So, and then if this chemo doesn't help, we have a plan. We found a clinical trial. My doctor at the Cancer Center in Seattle found a clinical trial that's very promising that she's going to get me into. And what I feel about clinical trials is even if it doesn't stop it and save my life, it could save somebody else's, because we've had so few advancements when it comes to small cell lung cancer over the last 30 years that I'm more than proud to go forward and be a lab rat if it's going to help people in the future, So that's where I'm at. It was a setback. It put me back on my heels like, motherfucker. I was doing so good. Come May, my cancer had been put into check. Everything was looking good. My labs were good. And my labs are still pretty good. Like I'm healthy for the most part, other than where it's attacking. My sodium's crashing again like it did when I ended up in the hospital last year, but we caught it before it put me in the ICU. So we're trying to get that up. And, my white blood cells and red blood cells are a little screwed up right now, and they'll probably get worse, but that's normal. And I'm on a boatload of pain meds. I mean, I always say that, but they cranked them up when I started having all that serious bone pain. So I'm taking like 120 milligrams of morphine a day now, and then a ton of Percocet and other stuff on top of it. So if I seem flighty or I lose my words, I apologize. I'm doing my best,
Apologize
but
for what?
that is where we are at. And yeah, I know you guys have been so amazing. When I put the I knew for like probably a week and a half, 2 weeks before I put the announcement out there. I just had to sit with it for a while and fuck, here we go again. So, but I'm going to fight. What more can I do? I'm young and I'm going to keep fighting. And the doctor promised me that it's easy to kill small cell. It's just hard to keep it away. He said, I promise we'll get it off your liver. So I'm strong. I feel strong. So, I mean, right now that's where I'm at. And you guys carry me, you encourage me, and I wouldn't have made it this far without the community that we've built, Oz, and without your love and your friendship and all of our friends in independent media who are just so freaking amazing. Misty, Glory Jones, Fiorella, Pasta, Indy. I have had so many of our comrades reach out to me, Kit, just so many, and then all of our viewers and our communities. So thank you guys. That's all I have. I can't say there's nothing more. I wish I had a billion more words to thank you guys for carrying me.
Well,
and I'm not scared. I'm still fighting.
No, you put the C in courage. That's for damn sure.
Thank you.
I was telling Shanda in the green room, at my age, if I was facing this, I don't know if I could even come close to the courage that you're exhibiting. Plus the thoughtfulness as far as offering yourself up as a lab rat to help somebody else. So That's
Well,
that's
hey,
okay.
it might save me, but it might save somebody else. You never know.
Yeah, yep, and that's the way to go. Thank you for the update, Shanda, and thank you for everybody in the
Well,
chat.
thank you guys for caring.
Yeah, absolutely. Before
And
we
thank
get,
you. I love my hair. Oh, and I'm
yeah,
going to try to save my hair. I will lose my hair again. That fucking sucks. But I'm going to do cold therapy. I can't afford the $1,000. My insurance won't pay for the cryo cap, but I figured it out. I'm going to do these ice pack thingies, and I've ordered this scalp thing from Amazon to cool my head down. So I'm gonna freeze my head every day I go into chemo. So I'm trying to save what little precious hair I have.
no, you've got gorgeous hair. You've always had gorgeous hair. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Before we get kicking off in the show, and we're going to start off with a yum yum. Linda busted butt, and she's got a beautiful yum yum. But I have a new.
We got a yum yum.
I have a new graphic that sums up our show and just what this says. Confidence is knowing you're not everyone's cup of tea and not giving a shit. And I think that's the way we've rolled forever, Shanda, isn't it?
That's pretty much been the show motto. We don't give a shit what you think. We're going to tell you our opinion. You can either agree or not agree. But Oz, you know what? I see all of these normies talking about the boop boop, right? And how everybody's coming to terms with the fact that, hey, that fucking thing did not work. And it made a lot of people not very well. And I just want to say, yeah, we fucking told you so.
Yeah,
We were ahead of that. Have been ahead of everything. There hasn't been shit that we were behind on in the last 5 years. And Oz, I am so fucking proud of that. We've always had integrity. We've always showed you the science. We've always told you why we believe what we believe and tried to show you why why we believe it, whether you want to believe it or not. And
yeah. I don't think I had to mea culpa on one thing one time that I said incorrectly, but unless you can go back and find it, and if you do find
like
something,
maybe the economy was going to crash sooner than it did. I mean, yeah, they're slow. That's a slow crash, man. They're slowly crashing us.
I think mine was somebody misinterpreted what I said because I said it so shitty about healthcare. And universal health care is what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, we had that big riff that one time with a few of our people.
I'm 100% for universal, fully funded health care.
But we weren't wrong about it.
No,
we weren't wrong about the
weren't.
fact that it had been co-opted, and that's what we were trying to fucking point out. Just like when we got a shit ton of backlash when we started calling out the green movement. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got off the whole sunrise movement and all that, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, how could you ditch these guys?" Because they've been fucking co-opted.
Yeah, we're not out to find fault in our sisters and brothers who are out there trying to do shit or tear them down or anything else. We're just calling it, and Shanda and I are not big on the drama world, so we don't like to get into that, and we feel good about 5 years of that, staying out of the drama, because we've seen a lot of drama tear a lot of people down, and it stresses people out, and that's not what we're about on Saturday nights. So
we made a pact very, very early on that we were going to avoid the drama and not do the name calling, not get into the middle of, did you see what this channel did, that channel did? Yeah, and I'm glad
that doesn't mean we don't support who we feel is right.
It's not news to report on each other's channels is the way I look at it.
No,
right?
It's not. It's we support our sisters and brothers who we agree with what they've got going on as best we can, and we will always do that. And with that being said, we are going to jump into this.
Let's do this. We got a show.
Yeah. Linda knocked it out of the park with this and just did a fantastic job. I can't say enough about Linda. And it's just terrific. She worked her butt off on this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. Linda's got that sense of humor that just keeps on giving. So give this a listen, everybody. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Ooh, some super tramp.
Back to school. Russia goes to the head of the class. U.S. acts as its clown. Leaving behind the fun, food, and free time they had in August, many kids return to indoctrination, education, sometime in September, the first day of the month actually kicking off the new school year for lots of children in Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Singapore observes September 1st as Teachers' Day, and in Russia, Ukraine, and Armenia, its name is Knowledge Day. The Taiwanese have designated this day to be Journalist Day, bridging media with something it's supposed to possess. Of the 15 worldwide designations for the first day of the fixed Gregorian calendar's 9th month, 14 are related to knowledge, peace, honor, independence, and safety. You can see it in the scroll at the bottom of your screen. These lofty ideas are celebrated in places like Eritrea, Honduras, and Uzbekistan. In America, however, a nation unable to kick last month's state fair-induced sugar buzz, and a country just one bozo short of too many clowns in the car, this day has been set aside for National Cherry Popover Day, closing schools and businesses to worship at the temple of the high fructose corn syrup, where mental focus is impossible. Surprisingly, it wasn't named National Cherry Pie in the Face Day, a special occasion to both celebrate and destroy a brain-rotting sweet treat while using it to humiliate someone, a holiday uniquely on par with American ideals. Hashtag America is a world-class clown.
Indeed.
She kills
out
it.
of the park.
Look
I
at
know. I
her
love
mind.
it. That
Her
was great.
mind putting those things together. It's such a professional level of graphics and the hot rod and school bus and the taxi and
the
all
music,
the people.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, just brilliant. Thank you so much, Linda.
Didn't
Just
the lead
awesome.
singer of Supertramp pass away this last week?
I think
I think
so.
so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
I think
right.
so.
I think you're right.
Very good.
Yeah, Earl of Laurel, and I didn't call you out earlier, Desert Mantis. You've been here the whole time. I apologize, and I
Desert
don't want to
Mantis.
miss you. And Vic is in the house. What's up, Vic? Yeah, I've been thinking about you too. I'm gonna have to send a message. Send a message to Thurston Community Media that we're gonna be kind of sporadic with these shows, but we're gonna do our best, like I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Earl
Well,
of
I have
Laurel.
figured it. I did order an extension for my camera, and I now have this memory foam get up for my bed so I can sit now. So I can literally reach my camera and set it on my dinner tray because I have one of those lap tray things, and I could technically do a show from my bed. So
Well, if you want to
might
do one
see.
from your bed, you can do one hanging from the chandeliers for all I care.
I know you might
long
see
as
me
you're-
hanging out in my
yeah.
bed in my jammies doing a show. It is Saturday night, right?
Yeah,
So
like I said, it is Saturday night, and we're going to be there. Lawrence Fine is in the house, and Two Bunnies is here. Hi, Two Bunnies. Good to see you.
Bunnies.
And did you put this
John
graphic-
H is hanging out over at the trailer park.
Hey, John H, what's going on? Did you put this graphic in this show?
Well, I figured we might as well start out with what we've been witnessing all week. The divide and conquer plan is working. They hate each other, and they aren't paying attention to what we're doing. Yeah, if we hate each other, then we don't pay attention to the shit they've been pulling, and they've been pulling some fucking shit. Are you watching what NATO's doing?
Yeah, I know.
Putin's pushing into Poland. Oh, Putin's fucking pushing into Finland. Oh, Putin's pushing into blah, blah, blah. Oh, let's start World War III. It's Putin. It's Putin.
Yeah, I've got my 10 cents to throw in later on the deck, but no, that's a great graphic.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The foreign
exactly
policy
right.
shit.
And what's this?
So
Charlie
this is
Kirk,
Jim. This is Jim Buer. I love Jim Buer. I know you guys do too. A fucking amazing comedian. And I just, before we launch into all the Charlie Kirk stuff, because, you and I haven't covered this yet because we've been off air. The ultimate goal with everything is to keep you glued to your phone and to keep you divisive and fear. And here is a little 1 minute clip of what Buer's been saying, and I can't agree more with him.
I would have, oh my God, and this one, and the lefties, and the thing, and the transgenders, and the Democrats, and the thing, and the Israelis, and the thing, and they got you. They got you. We have the Messiah. They're watching us. You all ran to your outlets thinking you're going to get the answer you want to appease your emotions from this event. They controlled your time, your energy, your reactions, your emotions. While I was in Vegas, I was with some other couples. And on my life, every single moment, oh my God, they say the shooter was this. Oh my God, it's a transgender. Oh my God, Trump just tweeted this. Blah, 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 blah. What do you think is really going on? You know what? Do you think it sucked you like a vacuum? And they got your energy, they got your time, they installed fear. That's what the monsters want. How do you not see that? Don't you remember 9/11? We ran to the television. Oh my God.
We did.
What do you think it was? Oh my God, they found the passport. Quack, quack. Hey, look, in the rubble, we found the passport. They're a bunch of extremist Muslims. Quack, quack. But when you watch 24/7, people were pissed. You took your emotions. They took everything. They took your energy. How many of you are obsessed?
Took our country to war.
You wake up in the morning to bring your child to school, and you're not paying attention because you're scrolling about 24/7 about Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely. He nailed it. He nailed it.
Yeah, we got to stop giving them so much time and energy. I mean, yeah, let's go and look. But you know what? Our chat is so smart, Oz. They know nothing that we get fed by any of the media is truthful. And we're never going to know the truth, no matter what we're, fed, all the fucking conspiracies, what we think it is, So, I mean, let's go over a few of the conspiracies, what we think it is, what's going on. So, Charlie Kirk reportedly turned down Netanyahu's money, felt threatened by the pro-Israel pressure before his death. Now, Max Blumenthal has been all over this, the gray zone. I haven't seen the gray zone be wrong too many fucking times about anything, or Max or Chris. So, yeah, I tend to believe it, right? I mean, Netanyahu came out song and dancing real goddamn fast after this assassination, whatever you want to call it. Don't you agree?
Yeah, like I was having a conversation this morning. I've got a lot of ice water in my veins right now. But when I was that kid's age, I was a crack shot. I had a great. I still have it for my age.
Right.
Bow, all that kind of stuff. There's no way. 200 yards? No, all those people? No way. And so I'm not buying their bullshit. This is Lee Harvey Oswald.
The story is very convenient.
Yeah,
he left the gun, and
yeah,
look, here we have the text messages. We wrapped it all up in 33 hours. We've caught the killer. We have the weapon. We have the motive. We have everything.
No, this is a psyop.
We all know
psyop.
how is MK Ultra fucking works. Whatever. Who knows how they fucking programmed this or did it, but we know who ultimately had the biggest motive and benefited the most from this, right?
Yeah.
And they had a reason to stop Charlie. And that's because Charlie was joining the ranks of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owen of the far right, who have seen through Israel's bullshit. They see the Gaza is a fucking genocide. They're calling it a genocide. And they were pissed. They had invested a shit ton of money into Charlie. And
a lot of those people call themselves Christians, and Christians observing what's going on in Gaza.
I call myself a Christian, but I don't. They can't. Any of this shit.
They cannot consider themselves Christian while all this Gaza shit's going on. Not to mention war in general. No,
Jesus would not have stood for this.
No,
and
not at all.
I don't know what kind of fundamentalist Christians they are, but I am a New Testament peace and love Christian.
I'm not any religious affiliation. I just golden rule person here. But here's Max Blumenthal. And did you put this in, or did I put it in? We share on a brain.
You sent it to me, and I put it in.
Okay, here we go.
the identity of the killer and the motive was determined before Charlie Kirk's body went cold. And the agenda was already there, the same way that the Patriot Act had already been assembled prior to 9/11, 2001. And it is an agenda of mass repression, crushing dissent, basically criminalizing what they consider anti-Israel activity. And we have seen this week with Brian Mast's bill, which is basically Israel's agenda to strip Americans of citizenship if they're accused of providing material support, which can be anything, to Iran and Israel's enemies.
Well, it's not just to interrupt,
pro-Hamas.
Max. People who have provided legal advice to groups are accused of providing material support to terrorist groups.
Yes, okay. And there is no due process for them under this bill. Normally it would go to a court. In this case, it's the authority, it's left up to the exclusive authority of the Secretary of State, someone created by the Israel lobby, basically an AIPAC plant, Marco Rubio. And where's Marco Rubio right now? Marco Rubio is kissing the wall. He right now he's leaving the Kotel in the old city of Jerusalem, where he was forced into, he had to carry out this humiliation ritual that every U.S. politician who wants to rise does, where they had put on a kippah and Netanyahu takes him to the Western Wall and they have to basically kiss the wall. It's like, up against the wall, motherfucker, you want to be a politician? And he's there with Mike Huckabee, the Christian Zionist who really believes in that stuff, who is basically managing, he's the U.S. wing of genocide management in Gaza.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
is.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
as a Christian, I don't believe in any of this fucking shit. I think this Israel is a false fucking prophet. I think it's been prophesized. I think that the Bible clearly calls out the Jews for this hatred, and that's not what Jesus was about. So, I mean, I love everybody. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you're agnostic. My belief is to love everybody. You don't fucking kill. There's golden rules, period. Like,
That's it.
you
Golden
don't
rule.
murder, and you definitely don't murder fucking innocent women and children. And and the fucked up thing is these Zionists, Judeo whatever that's the talking point, Christian Americans think that they're bringing back the second coming of Christ by supporting this fucking bullshit, and it's
sickening.
it's wrong.
I
It's
don't
sickening
know.
and it's wrong.
I don't know specifically when this dropped, but Washington Post dropped it. I saw it yesterday. Breaking: Trump seeks congressional approval to send nearly $6 billion in weapons to Israel.
They'll do it though.
This is the no war America first president. So $6 billion in weapons.
Biden did it.
Yeah,
Obama did it. They all fucking did it.
all about the money. And after seeing some of the images and the video this week, Annie Lennox did a 1 minute
I saw it.
commentary.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, she really did, and I've loved Annie Lennox ever since the first time I saw her do Sweet Dreams.
Fucking do.
Real humanitarian there. You put this in here.
Okay, so remember the two decoys that we saw arrested as soon as it happened?
Yeah.
The elderly one that was screaming, "Shoot me, shoot me."
Yeah.
He mysteriously got arrested for CP. Wouldn't you know?
No,
They hurried up
really?
and locked him up and put him away real quick. You got CP. And let's see. If Charlie turned heels on Israel, they would have someone shoot him at an open air event, and they'd have some idiot gopher who genetically it has anomaly issues that will be part of the Patsy or Fall Guy. Part of you will never make the deal with the devil in the first place. So look at the date on this.
Yeah.
8/13. 8/13. That was over a month before it happened. So yeah, people were calling this out, and it seems like Charlie was very worried behind closed doors that
Well, they're
they were going
talking
to come
about
for him.
all these politicians being nervous because they're seeing,
Even Trump supposedly.
and Trump supposedly too, that somebody will get you gone. and I got to watch my language so we don't get in trouble. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, I put this in for Candace Owens, and she's one of the ones that you mentioned earlier, Tucker Carlson, her, everybody else. And I don't know if everybody's heard this. And again,
I don't follow Candace, so
I don't trust anybody.
I watched her Macron thing a couple of months ago.
I appreciated this for the cogent and thought that she put into it. So bear with me if you can't stand her,
Okay.
but I can't stand any of them, so it's fair game, I think. But here we go.
The response to me asking these questions, it is like, if you want to know why everyone hates like rabid supporters of Israel, it's because they never change their tune, right? They're like in the comments being like, Bill Ackman, sue her, take her money, just take her money. That's it. That's how we win. That's what they always do. They threaten to sue you. They threaten to smear you, to libel you. All of us, collectively, the globe, we're tired of you guys, okay? It's always about money, threats, all of this stuff. It's ridiculous. Do what we say or we'll ruin your life. We're going to call up all our friends and we'll just start writing hit pieces about you and we'll destroy you. Do what we say or we'll have you canceled. We'll have your sponsorships dropped. Do what we say or we'll make sure that you're fired. We'll put pressure so that you can't earn an income. If you're still not going to listen to us and you survive that, we're going to sue you for everything you have. You guys suck, okay? We don't care about your money. We are tired of it. This reveals who you are, not who I am. The truth should be enough. I've offered him my platform. If there's more you'd like to say, Bill, things you'd like to clarify, again, my platform is yours, even though I know you're so highfalutin and above us. He even says in that tweet, by the way, he's like, and the fact that she monetized her video, something along those lines, like talking about yesterday's episode, oh my God, how can she read ads? Oh, are you the same Bill Ackman that made an absurd amount of money while we were in COVID lockdowns and we couldn't work?
Yeah, she's talking about Bill Ackman. She's absolutely.
Who else in trouble for talking about Ackman? Somebody was talking shit about Ackman.
Oh God, today my mind is somebody in the chat knows. It was
somebody tell me who it was. Who was it that went after Ackman? Was it Carlson? I think it was Tucker.
Yeah, maybe it was Tucker. I'm not sure, but speaking of Tucker.
Yeah, it was Tucker, if I remember right. It was Tucker.
Here we go. Check out
Here's Tucker, yeah.
Here's Tucker.
You hope that. You hope that Charlie Kirk's death won't be used by a group we now call bad actors to create a society that was the opposite of the one he worked to build. You hope that. You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country. And trust me, if it is, if that does happen, there is never a more justified moment for civil disobedience than that, ever. And there never will be. Because if they can tell you what to say, they're telling you what to think. There is nothing they can't do to you because they don't consider you human. They don't believe you have a soul. A human being with a soul, a free man, has a right to say what he believes. Not to hurt other people, but to express his views.
They already are.
Yeah, they are.
That's what we've been telling everybody for the last 10 fucking years. Like, I saw it on the ground 10 years ago and was like, oh, we're screwed.
Yeah, if the terrorist state of Israel doesn't come after you and try and take you out economically or other ways, then, they've pressuring the puppet government of the United States and the UK and some others to create these tyrannical laws. And I don't like to use the word fascism, but that's what it is because you've got corporations aligning with the governments and,
that's
look at
the definition of fascism.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, look at what's his face buying CBS and his kid and CNN and all. You don't have 60 Minutes and CBS is toast, and CNN's been garbage, and they've been run like
shit
garbage
for years
forever.
Anyways, yeah.
And MSNBC and BS is just about toast. They're changing their name.
They were all nothing but CIA fucking mouthpieces, anyways. So
they're reinventing them and putting them on steroid propaganda with these the Fines and the Finks and the Palantirs and all these rich assholes, buying everything up. I thought there was a law against these people owning the media in our country.
Clinton, you could thank Bill Clinton for that one. He's the one that did away with that and allowed them to become conglomerates, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I put the definition of treason up here. Treason, the noun, crime of betraying one's country. We had 250 I'm not going to call them lawmakers, but they work in our government, and they went over to Israel to kiss the ring and get re-educated. You can't see the list, and I have yet to find a full list. But they ran
It was
over.
pretty much all of them. I mean, they can't get together for you, but they can get together for this.
Yeah. This is not America First. This is going and visiting their boss, and their boss is going to tell them how they're going to roll.
Against the wall, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I love that Max said that because it's so true.
Yeah, and this James Lee guy, who
he used to work for Breaking Points, or maybe he still does.
I think he still does. Again, I don't trust anybody, but I'll take any reporting where I can get it these days, if it seems, or if we can vet it to be accurate. But here's what he's saying.
Over the rainbow, why then, why can't I?
50 states, one Israel. What is that? Well, the state of Israel just posted this on their Instagram a few hours ago. Quote, the 50 states, one Israel delegation has landed in Israel. 250 American legislators will spend the coming week in Israel and experience it as it truly is by doing this kind of thing, which I guess is required for all U.S. government officials. Okay, I just want to point out to everybody that since Charlie Kirk was assassinated on September 10th, the U.S. government has blocked the Epstein files release, passed an amendment that bans the Pentagon from boycotting Israel, proposed a bill from Marco Rubio to revoke passports for critics of Israel. The House also approved $650 million for Israel's missile defense.
Yeah.
And as you just saw there, Marco Rubio visited Israel. And now, once again, there are 250 legislators in Israel at the 50 states One Israel delegation being serenaded with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, a song known as a Project Monarch trigger for mind control MK Ultra slaves to activate them to do bidding against their will. And this is all totally normal, right?
Not.
It's so fucking normal.
Yeah, no, that's just horrendous.
Well, we know what 250 to fucking get rid of.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We need to find out. And you can look at, open secrets. Anybody that's taken money from
Not just AIPAC, because there's a bunch of them.
No, ADL, there's a ton of them. There's a whole list of them. And plus you got the big billionaires straight out of Israel, too. They're running this country. But I ran across this yesterday, and this is one explanation. I don't know the gentleman's title, but let's hear him out. I think you might. Have you seen this, Shanda?
No, you've been sending me a bunch of right media lately. So
well, let me see what we got here.
Fast cancer, right? We have the technology to do this. So Israel could do it this secretly, and no one would talk about it. And in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, the population of Gaza would all be gone. It would be a very secret. Right? Instead, they choose to do this in front of the world. And my argument to you is that this is intentional. They want the world to hate them. Because by doing this, they create the ultimate taboo. Right? We find this disgusting and contemptuous, so the entire world will unite against Israel. But guess what? That's what their religion wants. In the extreme form of Jewish eschatology, or the religion, they believe that at the end of the world, Israel will fight the entire world, and God will help Israel triumph in the end. So what's really happening in Gaza is that there are extremists within the Israel government who want to accelerate the process of the end of the world, where Israel will face the world. And if you think about it, the entire idea of this ritual sacrifice is to unite the Israeli population. And what's extremely disturbing and horrifying about it is that this works. Why? Well, let's use an analogy, okay? The analogy is this. In Chinese history, the most popular military stratagem is to fight with a river behind your back. You guys have heard of this strategy, right? Where, an army is losing, it's being scattered by the enemy. So what the general does is forces the army to retreat to a river. And now with the river blocking your escape, you have a choice. You can either drown in the river, or you can fight to the death. And most soldiers will choose to fight to the death. And so at this point, the soldiers are unified, they're galvanized, they're energized, and then they find a surge of energy to go and destroy their enemy. Okay, this is the most popular military stratagem in ancient Chinese history, and guess what? It's the same as Israel doing this right now in Gaza. It's the same logic.
Well, there's a flaw there, because from everything that I've read, that's not Western media, is they're having a lot of trouble with their troops, the IDF. From suicides to nervous breakdowns, PTSD.
They're 18-year-old TikTok girls. What the?
Yeah,
of course they're having a fucking problem.
And the more of those that happen, and I'm not arguing with the guy as far as the intent of the crazies over there, because they've been
the extremists.
They want to get raptured, but
exactly.
Most likely those types are not even on the front lines, which there aren't any front lines because it's
neither are their kids.
It's a mowing the lawn, but we've seen some of them get really hurt, killed, coming back by, whoever's, fighting back there. And I think that logic that he just put forward is more likely to be from the people that they're slaughtering.
Well, and they love playing the victim too. Look.
Oh yeah. It's all bullshit. Yeah, we do. The Zionist cult that's dragging the world into.
It was foretold in the Bible and the Torah. They're gonna fucking hate us. Anyway, American Christians are so misinformed about what's really in the fucking Torah.
They spit on
They don't even have a fucking clue. They hate Christians. Except for when they need us and our money.
And the Christians over here, well, Israel, that's God, all this shit. They're so ill-informed.
It's not. Exactly. They're so ill-informed. Exactly.
Terrible.
They live in the Old Testament and they don't understand what is in the Torah.
You brought a Mandani here.
Do you believe this bullshit? Ma'am Danny, that's what I call him. He says that he wouldn't, or he would order the NYPD to arrest Netanyahu if he was elected mayor. Well,
no,
I got a couple of problems with that. For one, he wouldn't fucking do that because he's going to be a lick the boot type of fucking democratic socialist like the rest of them. And for two, he's going to order the NYPD to be his personal fucking police force. Come on, fascism.
I'm sure some of our friends who are all hot on Mondani will hate to hear me say that, but he's no different than any other goddamn
I know we have the dumb friends that keep falling for this shit. Like I just want to shake them. I see them all over Facebook.
Guys.
Like, do you guys want to know why I don't fucking play with you guys anymore? Participate in any of your damn groups or want to do anything with the progressives? Because you guys keep falling for the stupid bullshit. Like every time they dangle something on a string for you, you fucking chase it. Yeah. This guy, he is a fucking AOC in the fucking wings waiting. He's a fucking Pramila Jayapal. He's a sellout just like the fucking rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, critical thinking was flushed down the toilet in 2016, as far as I can tell.
It absolutely was. Bernie sucked people's brains out. Just
and there's still people out there.
Bernie, and they're still doing it. Did you see Bernie on Colbert last week? And he says his famous talking point about Americans are making 60% less than billionaires, and the crowd, like, oh, fuck you, Bernie, and what are you gonna do about it? What have you done about it other than say that fucking talking point and get a boner every time the crowd cheers for you?
We're gonna talk a little bit about late night further on the deck, but
we are gonna talk about late night.
I made this graphic of you, this avatar, and I thought it nailed it. Hi, yes, just calling to see what PSYOP is on the schedule today.
Yeah.
You look
Take
good
your
there.
pick.
My mom had that hairstyle, by the way. That was my mom's hairstyle. So yeah, that was it right there.
My grandma's hairstyle.
Yeah, well, mom, grandma. 220, 221. And Khaleesi, again, I follow Khaleesi. Out of 535 members of Congress, only 10 of them reject AIPAC money. 525 members, that's 98.2% of Congress is paid to put Israel's interests before yours. I 100% agree. And if you go back to our shows from 5 years ago, I will tell you that...
I've been saying it for 10 years.
That back then, that Israel owns 30% of Congress. Well, it's now up to 70, 80, 90% of the Congress. That's what it is now. Yeah. And it's horrific and it's sick.
Well, as Bernie would say, we need to get big money out of
Oh yeah,
campaign.
and people are singing, "Oh, Bernie's praising." He finally came out and started calling it like it is over in Israel. Where the fuck has he been for 2 years? You know,
Yeah.
he's just a cock. Unbelievable. Don't fall for that shit. You brought Vanessa and Fee.
I got to tell you guys, Fee is such a sweetheart. She has been reaching out to me, and she's been so supportive. Her and Glory and Sabby and all of them have sent me donations and messages and well wishes, and I wish everybody the best, and I love their fierce hearts. They keep me going because they're so fierce. But here's Fee and Vanessa Beeley. Don't they have a new show? This is their new show, I want to say. And
CP.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Critical points? I'm not sure.
Critical
I'm sorry.
points. Yeah. I'm here
CP.
for it. Hell
Okay.
yeah. Two smart ass women for sure.
Yeah, Fee keeps me stable when in an unstable world. So yeah.
Me too.
There's nothing more hegemonic than what the United States and Israel are doing to Palestinians, than the fact that now more than ever, they're trying to turn Gaza into a resort area for literal Israeli American elites. That's exactly what they're planning on doing. If you still continue engaging in economic relationships with an entity that does that, then to me that means that you're able to put that aside and morality goes out the window. And so then I'm like, well, what's the next thing that's going to happen? What else is the next thing you're just going to look over? Because then that means the ends justify the means, and you're going to continue operating as such. So I don't think there's anything wrong with us pointing that out. You know, we're not saying that it's on them. It is on us to say, you need to do better. You need.
Yeah, if you think that the future Gaza Strip, which is going to be like the Vegas Strip, but for the elite, is going to be housing condos for Joe Smo settler who wants to move to Israel, you're full of shit. That is why they're taking land in Syria and other fucking countries, and they'll put those guys there, right? We see them, the greater Israel. But yeah, Gaza's going to be for the rich. If
it gets to be that
waterfront
point,
property.
It's in this crazy Twilight Zone night gallery world we're living in. You think it's nuts now? If it gets to the point that you're talking about, where that happens,
it already is.
It's going to be a totally different world, if not reality, that we're living in. And this one I brought from Trump. They started to scream when I got into a restaurant, something with Palestine. With that, I've asked Pam Bondi to look into, because they should be put in jail, and that's Donald Trump. Rest in peace, free speech.
Oh, well, didn't he sign another Antifa? He designated Antifa a terrorist org. I think I brought the video. Maybe I didn't put it on here. Yeah, I forgot to drop the video on it. Oh, no, the video's there.
Antifa is just anti-fascist. I am anti-fascist. I'm not affiliated.
Oh no,
with
they're
any
an
group.
organized cell, and they're coming for Trump.
That.
So he,
are you
they put all of
pro-fascist?
these,
I'm not pro-fascist.
It's just like after 9/11 when they had the Patriot Act waiting in the wings. They already had all these bills ready to fucking roll out on us, and Trump's got his big orange crayon out, and he's signing away all week, like the passport. Take your passport if you're online criticizing Israel type bullshit. We told you that Trump was here to welcome in the fucking police state. It was Biden and the Democrats' job to flood the country with immigrants. So that way the pendulum would swing back so hard that we could become the police state and the surveillance state that Palantir, Trump's owners, because come on, let's face it, that's who put Trump there. And J.D. Vance for sure, because he's definitely owned by them.
Been groomed to be the next president.
Oh yeah, they handpicked his ass and brought him up out of the fucking orphanage. And so they already have been waiting in the wings with this shit. And the Trump's job is to bring in the police state.
Yeah, I'm not going to play this video. You don't need to hear that guy blubber.
No, he said exactly that. Exactly.
And this is something terrible has happened. Quick, we must rally behind our corrupt criminal government. And that's going on right now with the.
I saw a lot of that in the right this last 2 weeks. Like, come on, guys. You were the ones that are like, no, fuck that, free speech and, less government, right? We're less government. Now, oh my God, the government's got to protect us. We've got to, pass these bills. Fuck the anti-fascists. They're coming for all of us.
Yeah, I've got to remind everybody too, that old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, is not true. It's tactical. That's all that it is. When you talk about that, they are not your friend. And, you know, unfortunately, I would hope that the country is going to support Thomas Massie, because the powers that be want him out so bad because he's causing them some grief. And this was from Harrison H. Smith. President Trump has invited Israel PM Netanyahu to the White House on September 29th, which will be his 4th visit since Trump's inauguration 8 months ago.
And Trump's been there, what, 4 times? I think Trump's been there 4 times this year.
I have no idea. And
that's more times than any fucking president. But hey, we're getting the ballroom that we've waited 250 years for, that everyday Joe Smo Americans will never fucking see, enter, dancing, or go to a party at. So tax dollars hard at work.
Well, and there's a graphic of Massie holding up a redacted file. I can only assume it's Epstein file that they're trying to say. Why don't you trust your government?
Well, isn't it a coincidence that at the same time that Charlie Kirk got
they such
voted
a coincidence
again not to release the Epstein files? Why is that? Because they're all in the fucking files. There is no actual files. There's tons and tons and tons of video and USB drives, and we know who they are. They're all the elected fucking officials and all the fucking rich folks.
Without naming names, Massie was out there this week talking about a millionaire, a magician, 6 billionaires, and everything else, and he's got their names. And it's kind of ballsy.
At this point,
for
I
him
think
to do
Epstein's still alive. I gotta tell you, I think Epstein's still alive.
Anyway, I think this is the way that people are viewing Trump these days. Even our conservative friends, you know, he's still got his supporters, but this is what I see 24/7. And do you agree with that sentiment, Shanda, or what?
I do. That, and then big tech right after that.
I mean, Jesus Christ. This was a funny that was put in there. Honey,
did you post something negative about the regime? Yeah, that's the way it is now, right?
Well, it's definitely that way in Britain. I mean,
oh my gosh, yeah.
They got to get rid of Starmer over there and their entire, you know, all of them.
And Macron, oh my God. Well, I mean, they did overthrow the French government, but they still, they get rid of Macron. Macron is responsible for fucking 99.9% of their fucking problems in France.
It's been awful quiet over in Germany this week. It makes me nervous because those Nazis are Nazis again.
Germany gutted its fucking self. I mean, fuck, it had a good economy, and then it, you know, allowed the Nord Stream 2 to be blown up, which fucked their energy crisis, causing them an energy crisis.
It's a gift that's keeping on giving.
They shot themselves in the foot so fucking hard, and
I'll get into it later, but we're gonna start feeling it real horror show this year. Do you bring Kennedy here? Is this Kennedy?
Yeah, I want to say this is the Epstein file stuff.
All right, it's not Mrs. Blackburn.
But I think it's short play.
You've seen most of the files.
It's Epstein.
Anyone did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay.
Bullshit. We saw them. I brought you photos of everything they took out of freaking his Palm Beach house. Fucking, 4 years ago, when I did my in-depth 3-part series on Epstein, before anybody was even talking about Epstein back in the day, I went there. And that is bullshit. The FBI had all of that shit. You can't tell me they didn't. But Kash Patel he is such a fucking idiot. Oh my God. If he didn't show his true colors during the Kirk thing, like an hour later, he was like, oh, we caught him. And that was when they had the decoys. No, wrong guy. Like,
he got
he's
the shit
so misinformed.
He got the shit grilled out of him on this Epstein thing this week. I mean, there's a couple that just made him look like a total fool. And
well, let's rewind to before he got put there, before the election, when he was all about, oh, we're going to get the Epstein files and we're going to expose them. And, you know, that's why everybody fucking wanted him to be picked for FBI director. But now he just song and dance, and he just makes himself look like a fucking idiot every day. Even Comey looked more put together and presentable than that guy.
No, these guys are all falling apart. And, you know, some of our sisters and brothers out there that, you know, are calling bullshit. These were people who were supporting the administration. They're not anymore. More and more all the time. I've got a clip that I downloaded from, God, I can't remember her name. It was Lily. Oh, I can't remember. My phone's going off. I need to turn it off. But
your brother or your sister?
My sister. Breaking, the United States vetoes the UN Security Council resolution demanding a permanent Gaza ceasefire and release the captives. Its 43rd veto to block measures against Israel, and 14 in favor, 1 against. And that's not democracy. And this is U.S. envoy Morgan Ortagus. Is that person's name? But yeah. And a couple of the comments here, genocide wrapped in silk, the devil dressed in Prada. The whales of mothers of Gaza stalk her nights. Stalk her nights, really small, I can't read. And may every drop of blood she helped spill curse her until the end of her days. And I will say that for all the envoys who did the bidding of Israel, that they have the same thing. I don't agree. This I was just taking orders bullshit. This doesn't fly. It never did. It never should have.
We need another Nuremberg.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty horrible.
Get the French to get their chippy choppers out.
Yeah, it's awful. So once again, we've got another veto. And that is not democracy. If I was them, I'd just throw her ass out, but they're not in a position to. And here's a little video, a couple of clips from this atrocity. And this one is...
Those against. The draft resolution has not been adopted, owing to the negative vote of a permanent member of the Council.
The United States rejects this unacceptable resolution. It is beyond time that Hamas release every single hostage now and surrender immediately.
Sick of this shit.
The United States will continue to work with its partners to bring an end to this horrific conflict for the sake of the people of Gaza, who deserve a future free from Hamas.
Oh my
U.S. opposition to this resolution will come as no surprise. It fails to condemn Hamas or recognize Israel's right to defend itself, and it wrongly legitimizes the false narratives benefiting Hamas, which have sadly found currency.
Did Bibi write that for her?
Yeah, those are the Israeli talking points, the Zionist talking points. Anyway, she got a nice greeting outside where people were applauding her. Here we go.
Oh, she's got the red shoes on. Now, shame on you, evil bitch. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Yeah, I don't know how that. I've been told, or I've read, or you know, both, that when you have that much animosity towards you, it does sink in and it does affect you. And even if you're a heartless scumbag like that person may be,
it got to Nixon, so yeah. You know.
Yeah, well, he instead of calling him Tricky Dick, they should have called him Chicken Dick. And this is another Max Blumenthal. Did you bring
I think you sent this one, or maybe you dropped this one. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Yeah, maybe you did. You like that graphic? I did new graphics this week.
I do. I like that big bow. Bows are the things right now. Bows are really
I thought you liked it. It spoke to me. It says, that's got Shanda written all over it. Here we go.
Going back to what I was telling you before the break, John Ratcliffe, when he was isolated with Donald Trump, to basically feed Donald Trump Mossad talking points, including about phony, fabricated WMD propaganda about the Houthis about to get a nuclear weapon from Iran if he didn't strike.
Oh, yeah.
He was isolated by Susie Wiles, the chief of staff. And who is Susie Wiles? Subsequent to my report at the Gray Zone citing a inside White House source, a Trump official, we learned that Susie Wiles had actually went to Israel to work for Benjamin Netanyahu on his 2020 re-election campaign. How crazy is that? America first, and your chief of staff literally worked for a foreign leader? What's going on here? I mean, that's what we're unmasking, is the biggest foreign influence infiltration operation in American history that is basically taking control of an administration that says it's America first and is taking us to a very dangerous place.
Matt.
Everybody's concerned about it, including on the left, on the right, and we're also concerned about where we're being taken in this country.
It's every administration, though. They had Biden under their thumb. They had Obama under their thumb. They had Bush. Come on. It's all of them. All of them.
Yeah, it is. It's all of them. It's crazy, you know. And people say, "Oh, well, you would have better off with Kamala Harris." I don't think so. She would have been under their thumb too.
She would have been even more eager. Exactly. Yeah. So, okay, let's lighten the mood a little bit and go down a little funny thing. So, remember how Candace went after Emmanuel Macron for Brigitte being a man and calling her a man and did the whole fucking series? Well, you know, they sued her. So now they're in court. And instead of just dropping their fucking case, they say they're going to prove that she's a woman, but instead of going to a doctor and just having a doctor say, yeah, I saw her hoo-hoo, she's a woman. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to produce some pictures of the time that she was pregnant and with her holding the baby, because that proves she's a woman.
I didn't know that even counted as proof anymore. Here we go.
So the First Lady of France is doing something that may sound surprising. She and her attorneys are planning to try to prove that she is a woman. Stay with us here. Brigitte Macron, wife of the French president, Emmanuel Macron, now says she is going to present scientific and photo evidence in court to prove her sex. This is part of the couple's court case here in the U.S. as they're suing the woman on the right side of your screen, conservative commentator Candace Owens, for saying on her platforms, Macron was born male.
Brigitte Macron was actually born Jean-Michel Trogneux. That is the person that you are seeing in this photo here on the far left. I would stake.
Yeah, we know
so Candace staked her life on it. She's not letting go of it. And you know what? I absolutely believe that she's a man. And like, they're not going to manipulate this shit. We know they're going to. And, you know, unless a what do they call that? Independent fucking source doctor comes in and says, I saw the vajayjay, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah, you know what, anymore. I don't even want to go there. There's so much bigger fish to fry. This is humor. This is just crazy.
I know. That's why I just thought these are some lighten up type things. Yeah. And in other news, Putin guards collect his poop and urine when they're on foreign trips and carry them home, reports say. Why do they do this? No, not so that somebody could put a hex on him, because he doesn't want them analyzing it to see how his health is, or to see if he has any genetic issues. So now you know why.
Yeah, I
the Italians say don't let people have your toenail clippings. So
no, for Christ's sake, they can have my spit for all I care. I don't care anymore. This is crazy.
She's a man, Steve Wolfbrand. I agree.
Yeah, it's nuts. And you know, just I always look for something in the middle of the show, since we changed our format up, just to give Shanda a break, myself a little break, and give you guys some entertainment here. You know, everything that we've shown you in the first half of the show here was, there's no way. And if they think we're going to fall for this shit, they got another thing coming. And that's what the song is right here. And I love that song, Judas Priest, back in the day, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, here we go.
Nice.
got another thing coming. In this world we're living in, we have all shade of sorrow. And tonight is standing in a name for a new tomorrow.
Yeah, that was, I re-engineered the video and the audio on that. And that was, that was LOV. And I think they did a pretty good job, you know, old Judas Priest. And that was one of the ones we were talking about a few weeks ago that back then the songs were like 3 minutes and under.
Yeah, that was 5 minutes, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Judas Priest was not 3 minutes and under. They got it done.
Yeah. They were operatic, right?
I would call, you know, anybody these days who's on the right side of the line awake and not the shitty Republicans or the Democrats. So that's where I'm at. What do you think, Shanda?
Absolutely. I've been awake for a long freaking time. Long time.
Yeah, I have too. And I should have woke up back in, you know, Bill Clinton era, but I didn't. Silence for standing up. Jerry Greenfield resigns from Ben & Jerry's after 47 years. I didn't know that. I thought he'd already done that. So
well, they fucked up and sold out to Unilever a long fucking time ago.
Yeah,
and it's
and
like,
Unilever's
what the fuck,
doing
guys?
They're doing its best to fuck it up. So that's what they're doing here. And this one,
really?
Here you go. Anybody that hates Robert F. Kennedy Jr., I don't hate him for this. Tyson Foods will drop high fructose corn syrup from products by the end of the year. I'm all for it. Bernie Sanders Everybody in this room took big pharma money. Are they all corrupt? Yes, they are, Bernie, you dumbass, and you are too.
You had to fucking ask that question. Of course, we had RFK Jr. was grilled in front of the Senate last week before.
Last week, yeah. It was priceless, actually.
Because he wants to unschedule the boop boop, and he was talking about, how many are on the schedule now for children to get and how bad it is. And of course, our fearless warriors, who are sponsored by Big Pharma, you can go to the next slide, they had their fair share to say. But here's a few of my favorite memes from that. Hands off our kickbacks. Yeah. And how dare you question my integrity, Mr. Kennedy? Yeah. She's got all of her things. And then vaccine denier, Big Pharma with their hand up her ass. Yeah, Pocahontas, sit down and shut down.
I hate to say it to our friends who are on the other side of this issue, but you know what? If you're fighting against this, you're really barking up the wrong tree. Especially
I was watching Jimmy the other day, and he pissed me the fuck off because... What was he saying about, bunch of fucking idiots, was the Toothless Wonders who, conspiracy theorists who didn't take it. And I was like, you know what? Shut the fuck up, Jimmy, because we fucking tried to warn you. Remember the first year of the lockdowns?
Yeah, he may have culped.
We were the outsiders. Because we were one of the first fucking channels that was like, whoa, guys, whoa, look at all this shit. Look at all this fucking, papers. Look at all this. We had Amber. Thank God we had Amber during those days. Because
Amber ran roughshod over us on that. She educated us in like 5 minutes or less.
She fucking kept us educated because you and I were both ready to take it. And then Amber came in and just was.
I don't think I would.
I don't think I ultimately would have in the long run either. But Amber definitely educated us hard and fast, which
it was
we
scary
in turn
shit,
educated you. So I had to leave a comment that said, "Shut the fuck up, Jimmy. We tried to warn you." Like, don't act like
he may have culped.
Independent media wasn't here trying to tell you.
Yeah, he changed his tune after he found out. He got educated. You brought is this Luigi? What's he up to these
We
days?
saw Luigi this week. So Luigi made a court appearance this week. And guess what? They had to drop 2 of the charges because 2 of them were terrorist charges. And he only is accused of killing one person. Well, that doesn't entail normally a terrorist attack is multiple people. So, but Oz, explain to me how the state can try him and the Fed can try him.
I would
think they're going to do this in Utah too, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's that criminal and civil
Isn't that double
kind of
jeopardy?
shit.
They can't fucking
You would
kill
think
you
it
twice.
would be, but it would be double jeopardy if it was the same entity trying to do it, and I don't know how that lines. And that's another reason why. They try and put a label of terrorist on anybody that does anything now because that opens the latitude of what they can do to somebody. And
that really can bring in the Fed for their charges.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I don't want to bring
But
in
he had quite the welcoming outside the courthouse. People were dressed up like Luigi from the Mario and Luigi, game. And
I still don't think he did it. I don't care what.
They raised what, 2.1 million. I also think this is a patsy. It was too convenient. Everything was tied up together, and and in a nice bow with his confession, and he never confessed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, and yes, Congress is a terrorist organization, mastermind. I agree with you 100%.
Oh God, yeah.
Here you go.
So this is all we saw of him, other than a few expressions in the courtroom. Kind of some what the fuck looks. And
I had to loop that
he doesn't. It's funny. These guys don't get a chance to speak at all. We haven't heard anything from him. Why hasn't anybody interviewed him? Why isn't any journalist got in there and had a conversation with him? It's just like the guy that knocked Paul Pelosi out. How come we never heard anything from that guy,
No, I don't know. He's probably in his underwear in prison. Who knows?
They're all MK Ultra.
And there's been some controversy with Ilhan Omar this week.
Tell me. I didn't hear.
No, she said that she supposedly said that she only cares about Somalian people. So, and I don't believe.
She's been accused of that. So, guess what? We ran on Medicare for all, and now we don't talk about it. Absolutely, they all got, elected by so-called progressives, and they did it with saying talking points like, up the minimum wage, and everybody has a right to health care. But now that they're there, let's give Israel more weapons and fuck you.
And trash talk Trump still. That's all they do. So.
Oh, yeah, Trump.
You brought this. I got a kick out of this. This was great.
Congratulations to the IRS on winning the $1.2 billion Powerball jackpot. Good job, IRS.
Yeah, and that's...
We all know that the IRS gets the bulk of these fucking jackpots.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that Publishers Clearinghouse that I won 20 years ago, they're bankrupt now. So Ed
McMahon was never on the fucking envelope, and he never knocked on anybody's door and brought them checks either.
Yeah, never happened. No, the balloons.
Never happened.
The balloons weren't.
No balloons. No, welcome brigade. No, he never talked about it on Carson. It never happened.
Did you hear, Shanda? We're going to be paying 6 cents a gallon.
We're gonna be. We already are.
Did you know that Washington State is the 9th most expensive state to live in the country?
9th? I thought we were like 2nd. So
I did too.
I'm shocked.
When they said it, guess who's the most expensive state? And it isn't New York, and it isn't California. And do you know what the most expensive state to live in is?
Montana?
Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii, I believe that. But Montana is shockingly expensive too. I was shocked at how expensive it is. Californians are ruining it for everybody. Just saying. Love you, Californians, but you're ruining it for everybody if you just stay in your damn own state. Yeah, Washington gas prices are fucking insane right now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm driving a Prius right now.
And they still don't have enough money to do the road projects and repairs and bridges and shit. You know, they
are fixing our bridge right now. They're replacing the span on the Hood Canal, and they're replacing a few on the old galloping gurney. The old.
Well, that's a good idea. Fixing bridges that way they don't collapse and kill people. I mean,
yeah, I do follow the Washington State Department, but hey, downtown Seattle is all glorified and gentrified now, and it just opened. They did their big grand opening down there, and they're like, "Oh, look at how pristine our city looks." And I'm like, "Yeah, give it 5 years, and it'll be full of fucking junkies and feces and needles."
What'd they do with all the homeless people? Bail on them or what?
No, they swept them up to 4th.
Oh, okay. So they just moved them around. Scientists detect a strange intergalactic object, possibly an alien ship on course towards Earth by November 2025. I'm all for it. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, this is third eye atlas is what it's called, and it is fucking bizarre. I've been following it since it showed up in May. Oz, this thing came out of nowhere, moving the fastest of anything we've ever seen move through the galaxy in May. Like, just showed up on their radar. It's huge. It's supposed to be a comet, but it's not acting like a comet. Instead of throwing a tail, it's throwing shit in front of it. And what's even scarier is right now we literally have 12 things flying through the galaxy that are all converging on the moon, or I mean the sun, within like 8 weeks of each other. And it's really playing hell with our sun because our sun's at solar max right now. This is biblical type of fucking shit. Like this thing came from like galaxies over, and they don't know what would cause it to be moving as fast as it is unless it's got some kind of nuclear driven technology in it. Like it might be a spaceship. So it's due to come by here in October 30th to be precise. It'll go by Earth. Not close, but there is some that are going to be like closer than our moon that are going by. And then it'll swing around the sun and come back. So it'll be back around Christmas time, I understand. So a lot of people, even Harvard and a lot of the big observatories, they can't make heads or tail of this fucking thing. They don't know what the fuck it's doing. It's full of nickel. It's full of CO2, which doesn't make sense unless there was something biological on it. Like, it doesn't make sense, the shit that this thing is doing.
Well, that's all right. I'll just put my address. I'll paint it on the top of my house. So maybe.
Well, I just say,
welcome.
Careful what you wish for, because so many of us are like giant meteor, and I can't wait for the end of the world. You know, one of these days, the great creator, he just might answer our wishes.
With what I've witnessed this week coming out of Gaza, I don't think we deserve to live.
Well, a lot of people say that. Chris Algier, thank you so much for the super chat over on the YouTube, Beauty and the Boomer. They're probably here to ask us about Earth's extended warranty. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to need one. Natalie Williams, holy shit, Natalie. I moved here from California almost 40 years ago. Was never a crime victim in California. First few years in Washington State, mugged, robbed, and yeah, that's horrible, Natalie. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Honey.
That's awful.
That's
awful.
Terrifying and traumatizing.
Awful. Oh my God. And
don't go down to 4th Avenue, because that's scary down there, man.
No, that's horrible. And talk about horrible things. You know, you talk about Jimmy Kimmel, but here's this asshole, this Kilmeade, you know, if you haven't seen Fox News, host Brian Kilmeade openly calling for cut of homeless people on air. This was Wednesday, September 10th.
They're doing it.
And he wasn't fired, and he didn't apologize till September 14th. So Jimmy Kimmel gets knocked off for what I didn't think was that out of character or out of line for a damn late-night talk show idiot. And this guy is advocating for the unliving of homeless people?
Oh, well, can you drop down to 54 real fast? Because I didn't realize what that was.
Oh, okay.
Let's listen to 54. Now, this is Austin, Texas. Homeless people around the country. You guys know on my individual Trailer Park Pundit show, this is the type of shit I would dive into. More local stuff, more, you know, crazy conspiracy theories. But let's hear from the people who are actually on the streets. People are disappearing. Oz, they're rounding them up in the fucking cities. Now, we know that's what Trump was doing in D.C. with his federal police force, right? They're doing it all over. This is Austin. This is somebody who lives on the street, and what they're saying has been happening the last week in Austin.
Okay, let's take a look.
So 2 days ago, when I decided to leave downtown, at daybreak 2 days ago, they brought in APD and state troopers on bikes and woke everybody up. And pretty much it was like Nazi enrollment of the Polacks. They took us down to Republic Square and told us they'd give us resources. Then they told us the resources are full while they stood there and made us stand beside our stuff and took our stuff and put it in a trash compactor. And then when we asked, well, what the hell are we supposed to do? Where the hell are we supposed to go? They told us they don't care. They changed the law into the first time you're caught sleeping or resting or sitting for more than 4 hours in a city spot, in a public place, it's a warning. The second time's a ticket, the third time they're taking you to county jail. So, I mean, they've made it illegal to be homeless without saying it's illegal to be homeless.
When did they do that?
This started 2 days ago.
So that's the big transition.
Mm-hmm.
And they took a bunch of homeless people, collected them, so word gets out
so
on the
paranoid
street.
the cops are going to pick him up. He's constantly looking behind him the whole interview, and he's saying people are just totally MIA, like they're abducted, they're gone, nobody sees them ever again.
Well, let's hope that they're not turning him into Soylent Green on top of whatever horrible
Well,
things happen.
McDonald's and Burger King have both been charged with having human DNA in their fucking meat a lot lately. So think about it, cow ratio to human ratio for the amount of burgers we sell in this country.
Is that what
Where's
that
our
shit
meat
is?
supply coming
Is
from?
that burger?
It
Well,
might be.
Speaking of McDonald's, I hope nobody ever patronizes anything related to McDonald's or their restaurants again. I don't care if your nephew's working there, which he shouldn't be, but, you know, that's the way it is. In my opinion, those who want to raise the retirement age, Congress, to 70, Ben Shapiro, have never had to work a real job in their lives. And Ben Shapiro was out hawking that again this week. 7-Eleven taps out. Over 400 stores shut down and hundreds laid off through 2025. Kohl's, of course, they're closing down stores. JCPenney's, I thought was gone already. Macy's, Joanne, we know about that one. Party City,
Yeah.
Big Lots, Walgreens, And 7-Eleven, again, once again,
vulture capitalism. They buy these establishments up that are doing okay, doing well, and they sell off all their fucking assets and they fucking tank them. That's what they did to Joann's for sure, and so many others.
Yep, absolutely. And again, I'm going to tell you,
I agree, Jindo.
It's
organ trafficking.
It's going to hit the fan after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving, our economy's in the toilet, and it's going to crash hard.
I think they're going to wait and try to get that last credit line out of us for Christmas. Let's see. I was applying for homeowners insurance today, and they said, if I have any pets, to which I said, yes, 2 cats. And they asked me, have they been trained to attack or cause bodily harm? And I wanted to know if anyone has been able to do that, because I'll hire you.
Shit. NIH director pushing neck tumor announces cancer research cuts. Of course! New research finds polyphenols in plums can cause cancer cells to commit suicide.
I'm eating a lot of plums lately, guys. A lot of plums.
We just, the Italian plums, Joey made jam and dried out plums and everything else, and it's fantastic. So
yummy.
we're going to be eating
I have to buy mine from fucking Amazon.
We're going to be
They're
eating off
expensive.
the land. Yeah, you put this one in here. Is this true?
Study find people who regularly cleaned houses lost a lung function as if they had smoked 20 cigarettes a day. I would believe it with all the chemicals you inhale and the dust, and I would believe it.
Yeah, I don't know whoever invented carpet, but I hope they're burning in hell. Carpet's one of the worst things that could have ever happened to us was carpet. That was the thing when I was a kid. Oh, new carpet.
Yeah,
wow.
carpeting from fucking wall to wall, even in the kitchen and bathroom. That should have been illegal.
We got a very special Hollywood Go Fuck Yourself section this
year. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, and it's definitely something. Well, you know, this Jimmy Kimmel thing is a distraction for the most part, but they wanted to get rid of him anyway, and I've never liked Jimmy Kimmel, and I don't really care except for the way they're getting rid of him. It's bullshit.
I kind of have, I have conflicted feelings. I hate Jimmy Kimmel. I've never thought he was funny. He wasn't even funny on The Man Show. But he has the right to his own fucking opinion, right? I mean, we stand for free speech, so I absolutely... But let's face it, late night's fucking dying, and they were just looking for an excuse to get rid of this asshole.
Yeah. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I used to like her, especially, you know.
No, not me. Not since she had the child beady freaking art all over her damn house. Remember you saw that?
Yeah,
I brought that. She had the tied up kids and totes on her kitchen fucking dining room wall. What the hell?
Which is her right. Jamie Lee Curtis fought back tears over Charlie Kirk's death, and anybody who has any humanity in them thinks that's horrible. However, this is the same lady who posted children being bombed because she thought they were Israeli. When they were corrected, deleted the post altogether. So the hypocrisy's there. She's a Zionist piece of shit. And,
she's just a product of Hollywood. She's a Nepo baby. She always has been. I can't personally stand her nowadays. Of course, I used to like her back in the 80s when she was a scream queen and, you know, True Lies, whatever. But they're all fucking, all of Hollywood's that way. Did you watch you and I used to be really into the award shows, right? And we saw the Emmys this last weekend. And, of course, they were all out there sporting their Free Palestine in their fucking speeches, and it's like, where the fuck have you been for the last 2 years, for the last 5 years? Shut the fuck up. You're too late to jump on this bandwagon now. You know, it just...
Well, the only ones that have been on this for a long time are the likes of Susan Sarandon and the rest of
the ones we've shown over the years in Hollywood.
And Ben Affleck, actually, I have to say. But here's a few actors for humanity.
Oh, he's a sad drunk, isn't he?
At least
hey, Snow Himbo, what's up?
At least they're speaking out. Again, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend, but it's tactical, and I'm glad they're speaking out. And you could say the same thing about... You could say the same thing about just about all of them, except for Bernie Sanders. I will never support
fucking
that
Bernie.
Backstabbing piece of shit.
He makes me so mad. When I hear Bernie now, I literally scream at my screen, shut the fuck up, Bernie. Like, I just, oh my God, I can't believe I fell for his bullshit propaganda for all that time and thought he had integrity and thought that he wouldn't sell out and would fight for the fucking people. That's why we gave him our last $7 out of our fucking bank accounts. And hey, all of you out there who are sending me the last $10, the last $11, $13, $7 out of your bank account, I see you and I love you and thank you so much. I appreciate you. I know you're giving me all you've got and I appreciate it. Don't hurt yourselves with the donations though.
Absolutely. Pop Crave came out. Billie Eilish, Phineas, Cillian Murphy, Joaquin Phoenix, and Peter Gabriel, and more.
Joaquin Phoenix has been pretty good about it.
Yeah, come together for a Palestine in video. The proceeds together for Palestine taking place today, which is good. And I said, listen up, this is a disgrace and unforgivable betrayal on so many levels. Artists tremble in fear instead of rising up to speak to truth to file. The few with the courage to stand immortal on the side of history and moral justice. The rest, they are dead to respect. Their voices are worthless. Their legacies, ash. Retire now or be damned. Cowards forever. Pro-genocide celebrities, go fuck yourself. You're done. And that's just how I feel about it.
Hollywood's dead. Hollywood's dead. All the fucking studios are dead. Nate Eaton just did an interview with Mel Gibson yesterday live from CBS's lot. There's literally nobody walking down those lots. I was like, Golden Hollywood, like we grew up watching. They're fucking dead.
My hypocrisy will only be if I happen to see some of these people in a rerun, but the ones I don't know about, I don't know about. But I'm not inclined to support Hollywood at all anymore. Anyway, here's the brief video of what they did, and I appreciate this, and I hope you do too. And then we've got something really special coming up right after this.
Together for Palestine.
Palestine.
Together for Palestine. We have to tell the truth on behalf of the people of Palestine.
It's always been the artist's role in society to speak out, to risk speaking truth to power.
Together. We know that the leaders of this country are complicit in the mass murder of civilians in Gaza and the West Bank.
Palestine ke liye ek saath.
Juntos por Palestina.
L'Akela arson Palestine.
हम फलस्तीन के लिए एक साथ.
Asi Palestine the Nalha.
In English on Palestine. Together for Palestine.
It's important to speak out now, not when this is over. Right now, while it's happening.
For Palestine.
Pressurize your government. Lend your support to those who are peacefully campaigning.
For Palestine.
Call for a ceasefire. Stop the killing.
Y vamos a estar con ellos hasta que Palestina sea libre.
Not very fucking many of them. And can I say, I'm glad they're speaking out, but were they speaking out during Biden's administration?
No, not all of them, that's for sure. But they should have
been. A lot of them are Trump.
And if they did, I salute them for doing that. Anybody that's got the cojones to step up and do the right thing and call out genocide and mass slaughter, I'm gonna cut you some slack. But if you don't, if you're just now doing it, no way, fuck off. You know, it's just makes me sick. So
that's why we say Hollywood, go fuck yourselves.
Except for a few, and a little story here. Robert Redford passed away this week. And I don't know what kind of a person he was, you know, privately, but I do know that I held him in high regard back in the day. I wrote him a letter back in 2000 to run against George Bush Jr. And he sent me a letter back and explained why he wouldn't. And I know having an actor run for president isn't the greatest thing in the world.
Like game show host, you know, whatever.
But if there was an actor back in the day when I was, you know, following actors more so, I thought Robert Redford would do a good job. Anyway,
I want to say he was a pretty rank and file Democrat, if I remember.
Yeah, I think so too. And you know, I'm getting old and I'm watching everything I grew up with pass away, go away, die. My friends and other people.
Sell out.
Yeah, I mean, it's going, but I want to just call out Robert Redford as being a big part of my life growing up, culture-wise. All the President's Men, you know, just
I
so
think
many
he
things.
tried to be a good person.
I think so too. I guess that's enough said. But I made this week, a little dedication video for him, and the people I sent it to really thought it was okay. I hope you guys like it too, because, you know,
I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, it kind of brought some tears to a couple people's eyes, they told me, but I'm glad that I touched them, and I hope I honored him correctly here. Here we go.
The way that you wander is the way that you choose. The day that you tarry is the day that you lose. Sunshine or thunder, a man will always wonder where the fair wind blows. Where the fair wind blows. And some folks say he's up there still. Jeremiah Johnson made his way into the mountains. He was betting on forgetting all the troubles that he knew.
He was in so many great movies. If I remember right, I think he did do a lot of fighting and work for Native American rights.
Yeah, he bought the entirety of Tip Heaven, the land that is now known as Sundance. A resort was renamed from
that's
Tip
right.
Heaven. And the role of Robert Redford played in the film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And yeah,
Which is great for independent media or independent films. I mean,
Yeah,
independent
so
films get their major push at Sundance. So that's awesome.
So that's part of my growing up that we lost this week, and I know a lot of you, same thing. I can see in the chat, people are shouting out names and movies.
My
and
favorite
everything else.
movie of his was the one where him and Jane Fonda are newlyweds. What was that movie?
Barefoot in the Park.
Barefoot in the Park. I loved Barefoot in the Park. It was so funny.
Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. Nice tribute, Oz. I didn't want to stink it up, that's for sure. Anyway,
No, it
we're
was beautiful.
running short on time, but we're going to go out of here real quick.
Let's get to some memes.
You got this. Drunks run stop sign. Potheads wait for him to turn green.
Yeah,
An
right.
overdose of weed is called a good night's sleep. And, well, slap some icing on me and call me cake because I'm fucking baked. That's Belle from Beauty and the Beast, I think. And then Random Rogers down there, I bet. Cavemen invent fire, Stone Age, and fried chicken. Fried chicken, you betcha. Fried chicken, and that not only for munchies. And we're going to blow through these. Meme Alley, we got some great ones this week. Shanda added some. I've got some in here. And the first one, Shanda did. You want to read that one, Shanda?
We didn't Google anything. We asked Uncle Rick, and he either knew or he made it up real confident.
Yeah, abso-frickin-lutely. I just
Uncle
blocked
Rick
myself. I'm not putting up with my shit either. And don't bring... I didn't bring bad luck. Your life was already shit. We've got Dress for the Job You Want. I found that one's pretty good. And follow me for more money saving ideas. We've got Shanda, you brought this one, I think.
Let's see. But Doc, we don't have any turn signals. Turn signals. We aren't going where we need turn signals. I put that in there. And please say a prayer for me, sister. She's been in an accident.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience, well, that comes from poor judgment. And that was Dean Martin, for sure.
Dean Martin.
Allison
he never drank. That was apple juice.
Well, he sure acted drunk. Allisonville Nursery, where home and garden meet. Fresh cut penis, $7.99. And what's wrong with this is wrong on so many levels, and that's kind of like a no-brainer there. And we have, what do we got here? We've got,
we got Lorena Bobbitt on staff.
This is good here. Finally, boneless donuts, and the only self-driving car that I trust, and that's Herbie, the love bug.
Yeah,
Most people see Batman's logo, and then there's all of us, all of you that see that. I don't know who assigned the serial number to this urinal, but he could be my new best friend, and the serial number is 4U2P into. So that's well done. And we've got when you're dead inside, but you're trying to make an effort. Yeah, that's me. And my human is an asshole. Getting real tired of your shit, dude. And what, Facebook deleted our profile picture again? Yeah, they do that at the drop of a hat anymore.
Yeah.
And this one was from the old one. I didn't shout it out. I missed it. Me after spending $250 at the hairdresser, $150 at Sephora, $120 at Sephora, 2 hours on my makeup, my cat using her own saliva. Can you relate to that, Shanda?
I can.
And those who confuse burrow and burrow don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. And I think that's pretty apparent.
Get it, ha ha ha.
Get it. Yeah, that's one of those. Come on, boomer. And let me see, where the hell are we? We've got this. Oh, yeah, this is good right here. Social distancing and wearing a mask in public since 1978. I got that one right off the gate. Do you get that, Shanda?
I do get that.
And what I think when young people say Riz, and you put that one in. And a rare photo of remote control from the 1970s. Yes.
It's true. Go change the channel and put it on 5.
It is so true. Absolutely. Was that child abuse back then? I think it was.
Yeah.
And here's a good one. And I The Goodbye Girl was, I loved that when I was young. I thought that was a great movie. Lost in History. When I was a kid, my jewelry box looked just like this. Well,
yep.
I still have that. My mom had it. That was
my mom had that one. Yep.
Yeah, that was like everybody's.
It was
jewelry
cardboard with felt lining inside of it.
Yeah, red felt lining, and that's
I
still have it. Still have it. And then we're getting to the end of this, and we didn't have vape. We had Mr. Sketch scented colors pins. You put that in. And Thingmaker, I had one of those things, and they found them to be toxic. What isn't anymore? They should make Flintstone-shaped Tums for all of us now. And yeah, that's exactly right. And some of you are going to get this, but I did put an obvious hint in there. Couples in the 90s seem happier.
Totally.
Yeah, did you guys see Silence of the Lambs? I sure did.
She's an American Girl.
I rub the lotion on his skin or else it gets the hose again. Oh, Cracker Jack, always a surprise. I thought that was funny. The Time Tunnel, I watched every episode, and we just watched it recently again. I'm positive you will not know what this is. If you really know what this is, you must be old. Yes,
Yep.
I am old, and I was using one up until recently.
They were great. Are you kidding? I wish I had one now.
Yeah, they're not like those $400 vacuum cleaners, those Dyson things. Jesus, and they work good. Marcus Welby, MD, says people who drank Boone's Farm as teenagers are immune to any virus. Do you agree with that, Shanda?
I wish that was true, or I wouldn't be as sick as I am. But because I drank a lot of fucking Boone's Farm, let me tell you, strawberry fields forever.
Mine was TJ Swan, and I think that we were complaining about pumpkin spice being in everything. Now they just topped it off. It's in motor oil now, so enjoy yourself on that.
Pumpkin spice 30 weight, nice.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And let me see, we got a couple more here. 90, 96, 90% have no idea what this is. Do you? You know what that is.
It's a coins changer, right?
It's a coin changer, yeah. Some places still use those. Unfriend, D&D, and mute, and record.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah. There was a time when everybody had this rocking chair in their house. I had one too. I did.
Yeah,
and
I did.
Mary Poppins, of course, I saw that 16 times because my cousin worked at a movie theater.
Hey, doesn't Dick Van Dyke turn 100 years old in a couple of weeks? They're throwing him a huge party.
I think he already did, but
maybe he already did.
Maybe it's coming. And Skippy, the Australian kangaroo, and they use Skippy, and then Shitty Cruise, but awesome buffet. I assume that's Noah's Ark. Yeah, that makes sense. And they used to have directions on how to use a dial telephone. That's really fucking old right there. Because
they would have signed your phone number by letters, and so you had to do the corresponding letters. So my phone number's Echo 1, was just like that, right?
Well, back in the day, you used to get the operator, and they would say, "Operator, can you give me Park Place 101 or something like that?" So
yeah,
I'm not old. I just need some WD-40 and a little duct tape, and that's what I need. And Empire of Lies, fuck the Democratic Party is our last slide tonight. And Empire of Lies, the House of Representatives votes on a resolution to honor Charlie Kirk. 95 Democrats voted in favor, but I want to point out here, 58 Democrats voted nay, 38 Democrats voted president, and 22 Democrats didn't vote. And that's really a solid fucking party, don't you think, Shanda? Considering the Republicans...
At least they turned out on this one. Normally they don't even turn up.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. The Democrats suck. And
considering how many were in fucking Israel kissing the fucking wall. So
now we're going to have a day honoring Charlie Kirk because
good.
It passed, so.
Is it going to be a federal holiday? So Dick Van Dyke, Lawrence says, is 99. He was born on December 13th of 1925 and will turn 100 in 2025. So yeah, he turns 100 in December.
Wow. I hope he makes it.
I hope he does too.
Another one from my pop culture, and yours too. It is 9 o'clock, and we have to go. But
I get to go to bed. I'm so excited.
We so appreciate it, you guys. You've been wonderful. And Shanda, I'm going to give you the last out before I kick off. We're going out with Pink Floyd. If you got it, smoke them, because I've got time and wish you were here. And they are chill and they are relaxing. I hope you enjoy the outro. Did a lot of work on it just for you guys, and I love doing these. Shanda, last words.
Oz, you engineered another beautiful show. Great intro. I'm sure the outro is great. Great songs all the way around. And thank you so much for pretty much writing the deck. You did most of it. It carried the load for me this week. And so I'm probably going to log out as soon as we go to music. But thank you to all of you for tuning in and always being right there waiting for us to post when we're going to go live. I know we haven't been consistent. We're working on it. I'm sure I'm going to get I'm sure I'm going to get much sicker in the next coming weeks, but I'm doing my best to get back to you guys. I just thank you so much for your love, your support. You've been fucking amazing. You guys carry me. I mean, you make me want to get out here and do the show. Honestly, I felt great doing the show. every day I feel like crap. I'm exhausted. I hurt all over. But for 2 hours tonight, I didn't notice it. And I thank you guys so much for it. And I so needed it. So thank you. I hope everybody has a great week. And I will try to stay checking in with you guys, keep you updated on how I'm doing, and just know I'm fighting to get back to everybody and get more time. That's what I'm fighting for, is more time.
Yeah, we've got the GoFundMe, Shanda's GoFundMe link in the.
Yeah, it's in the links. I'll drop it during the music if you want to help out. So many of you helped out. Nat, I saw yours today. I just haven't had time to respond to some of them, but all of you, thank you so much. So many, even if you can't donate, so many of you shared them. You've sent me messages. I just can't thank you guys enough. I don't ever need or want for anything. If my magnesium's low and I need magnesium supplements, you guys make sure I get the money for them. David Crow, you brought tears to my eyes. I thank you so much. I mean, those of you who I know don't have that much to give seem to always give the most. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much.
Chris Algier, stay strong, stay brave, stay sexy, everyone. Thank you, Chris Algier.
I'm trying. I'm going to try to save my hair, guys. I am trying.
Have a great night, everybody. Like I said, smoke them if you got them, and we will be back at some point. Shanda's going to
I'm hoping 2 weeks I'll be good to go. Maybe Saturday after next.
Maybe. Till then, take care. Love you guys.
And who knows which is which, and who is who is who is who is who. And in the end, it's only round and round, 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 Haven't you heard? It's a battle of words, but most America. Listen, son, said the man with the gun. There's room for you inside.
If you give them a quick, short, sharp shock, they don't do it again. Dig it? I mean, he got off like, because I could have given him a thrashing, I only hit him once. It's only a difference of right and wrong, isn't it? I mean, good manners don't cost nothing, do they? Hey. And out. It can't be held, but there's a lot of it about. Without. And who denied it's what the fighting's all about? Out of the way, it's a busy day. I've got things on my mind. For want of the price of tea and the slice.